Hello, my fiery friends. Welcome to another awesome and fiery fun stream. I'm your host, the Infernoman here, and hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you are at. Alright, so, I know we normally don't do a Sunday stream, but we have time today to see if we could squeeze in something that I've been super excited to actually play with. So, what exactly deck are we playing with today? Well, I'm glad you asked. So without further ado, let's just jump into right now and show you exactly what we're going to be playing with today. Wait, whoop, did I push the ending? Ooh, I pushed the wrong one there. Whoop, hold on one second. There we go. I think we got it fixed. Yeah? Yeah? Yay! Okay, awesome. So without further ado, join me today as we jump into the Pioneer format for a continuation of the Hobbit deck series, and we're going to see it doing a deep dive with a couple more cards that I've been really excited to play around with. So welcome to Smaug Burn. So that's going to be the name of the game for today. Jock, oh, hello, my fire friend. Good afternoon. How you doing today? Hopefully having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Thanks again for joining us. You said, what is it? You said you're getting McDonald's later and a Mountain Dew? Ooh, that sounds tasty. What'd you get for McDonald's, if you don't mind me asking? Is it like you're getting like a hamburger meal, Happy Meal, chicken nuggets? Let me know. Curious to know what you're getting there. But in any case, while we wait for that, this is going to be, again, our deck today where we're going to be focusing on Smaug the Magnificent from the Hobbit set. He's going to be trying to be burning out our opponents by creating treasure tokens, creating those resources, and we'll just kind of hopefully just smash our way to victory, or if nothing else, he will burn us victory against our opponents. So, as always, for those that don't know, we're going to cover the deck and the stats for just a moment. We'll then cover every single card in the main deck, and of course, we'll play as many matches as we can with the budget version of this deck in Best of 1 Pioneer for at least the first half of the stream. Once we get to the second half of the stream, we'll then upgrade the deck to show you, if you really like it, how you can take it to the next level. So to begin, we got to start off, of course, with the actual stats of the deck. Long-time viewers of the channel know how we do it because we got to talk about the stats of the deck before we actually dive right in. So, Smaug Burn, as I mentioned, is mono red. This is going to be an average mana curve about 2.3, and in total we have 16 creatures in the deck. We have 8 instants, 10 artifacts, 6 enchantments, and 24 lands. Hello? Oh, hello, my fire friend. Hello. Okay, so Smaug Burn. So we're actually going to talk with the star of the show first. So here's the whole reason why we even built this deck in the first place. It's actually pretty cool. So Smaug the Magnificent from the Hobbit is a 4-mana, 4/3 legendary creature dragon. He has flying, he has haste, and it says whenever Smaug attacks, he deals damage equal to the number of treasures you control to any target. And at the beginning of your upkeep, you could create a treasure token. So he provides for us a little bit of ramp over and over again. However, every time he swings, he can start pinging our opponent, whether it's again to a creature or to their face, and hopefully that'll close out the game very quickly. So in order for Smaug to get a lot of value out of him, we want to try to at least hit him on the field once we actually have a ton of treasures out. And thankfully, our deck is going to be focused on just that plan. Excuse me. Okay. So in the 1-drop slot, to kick us off here, we're going to start off with some Burst Lightnings here, dealing 2 damage to any target. If we can kick the spell for an extra 4 mana, for 5 mana, we can deal 4 damage instead. It is a little bit expensive, but we will have plenty of treasures to work with here, so hopefully this can be something that we can either use to close out a game, or again, just get some early game spot removal and damage out. Speaking of extra treasures, we're going to throw in Goldhound here from the, what was it? I think this was Streets New Capenna. So 1/1 Treasure Dog. It has first strike and it has menace, so actually provides us a good blocker for the early game. You can sacrifice the dog at any time to add 1 mana of any color, just like any treasure. But again, it just helps take up our treasure count, or we can also sacrifice if we need to, possibly get out Smaug as fast as turn 3. In the 2-drop slot, we have Cathartic Pyre here. So choose one of these abilities at instant speed. 3 damage to a creature or planeswalker, discard up to 2 cards, then draw that many cards. So you can either use this to flexibly get yourself some more cards, toss away what you don't need, or maybe again just get something out of the way, so hopefully you can clear the board and make sure you can stay on track. We want to again have another way to then do some burn damage besides Smaug here, so thankfully we have Generous Plunderer here. This is a 2-mana human rogue with menace, and it says at the beginning of your upkeep, you may create a treasure token. When you do, target opponent creates a tapped treasure token. Whenever this creature attacks, it deals damage to the defending player equal to the number of artifacts they control. So we are going to try to provide for them maybe a little extra ramp that maybe we usually don't want to see. However, for the way our deck works, we're going to be more than happy to give them treasures because we're going to punish them for holding on to those treasures. Speaking of, again, generating more treasure value, we'll throw in Wily Goblin for our budget plan here. When it enters, this Goblin Pirate creates a treasure token for us. Right, you are getting McDonald's. Jock, I'm happy. But no, I'm happy right now. Says I'm biggest fan. Okay, well that's cool. Awesome. Well, hopefully again it's gonna be a tasty meal for you today. But let's see. Okay, so anyway, going back to the deck tech, Wily Goblin here, as I mentioned, just helps us just generate that token, and again it can provide for us just a cheap blocker until we can stall out for get Smaug out on the field. We'll also throw in again 2 copies of Collector's Vault here. So this is a 2-mana artifact that allows us to draw a card, then discard a card, and you get to create a treasure token. So, for example, in some matches where maybe you're going to have maybe like a clunky hand, or maybe you just want to get rid of some things that you don't need, this can help us again just filter through our deck, creates for us those treasures that Smaug is going to need to get more value out of him. To get even more value in the 3-drop slot, we'll then end it with Death to Our Enemies here. So this is from the Marvel set here, and I actually forgot about this card, but it actually is a pretty cool card for our plan here. So 3 mana, enchantment plan that says whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a tapped treasure token and put a plan counter on the enchantment. When the 4th plan counter is put on this enchantment, you sacrifice the enchantment, and if you do, deal 7 damage divided as you choose among 1 or 2 targets. What's cool about that is it actually doesn't have to be 2 creatures. It can say maybe like 1 creature and then maybe an opponent's face. So you can actually do some really cool things with this. 7 damage is actually nothing to ignore for 3 mana, and also you get again value with the treasure tokens. We'll throw in Glittering Stockpile here. So this is a 3 mana artifact treasure here. You tap it for red, and then you can put a stash counter on the artifact. And its secondary ability allows you to then sacrifice this artifact and then add X amount of mana of any one color, where X is the number of stash counters on the artifact. So you can, again, just keep stockpiling and as many counters on this as much as you can. Then, again, just blow it up when you need to. Then maybe cast a bunch of big spells all at once. Maybe get out Smaug. Maybe if you need a Generous Plunder. But this can actually get a lot of good value for you. Or if nothing else, it just provides for us yet another treasure that Smaug is going to appreciate. And then finally, from the Hobbit set as well, we're going to throw in 3 copies of the Misty Mountains Cold. So this is an enchantment saga with 4 parts. For part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4, they all do the same thing, by the way. You basically get to create a treasure token. Then, if you control 4 or more treasures, sacrifice the saga immediately. And if you do, create a 6/6 red dragon creature token with flying. So if nothing else, this can provide for us another way to get another dragon out. Not quite Smaug, but again, a 6/6 flyer is actually nothing to ignore. So that can actually be a good way to close out the game in a pinch. Okay. Now, as far as the rest of the deck goes for the main mana base here, we're going to throw in Den of the Bugbear here. So this provides for us, again, like a backup option. Say, like, against Smaug, and, like, maybe you can't get out, like, your token or anything. You have other backup options to hopefully just get you some more value out of the deck. You tap this down, and then it becomes a creature that then creates goblin tokens that can help us go wide if we need to just close out the game on the spot. 19 Mountains is what we're going to be rocking because this is a budget deck and it's mono red. We'll throw in 3 copies, however, of Ramanop Ruins. You can then sacrifice this desert if you need to deal 2 damage to each opponent. So again, if we're going to go a little bit longer into the game, we can then stretch out our mana and our treasures to then do a little extra damage. Speaking of generating treasures, if we just need to stall out for a little bit, we also have the Gold Saucer here. This is a land town. You can tap it for generic mana, or you can then play to flip this coin. If you win the flip of the coin, you can start creating treasure tokens. And if nothing else, sacrifice 2 artifacts of any kind to then start drawing cards with it. So it could be card draw for us, or it could just generate for us more artifacts if we need to. Finally, to wrap it up, our sideboard here. If you do want to play this in best of 3, this is what you're going to be working with here. So we have Fire Magic here to deal 1 damage, 2 damage, or 3 damage, however you want to scale it up to each creature. So this is our low-level Wrath for us. We'll throw in, of course, also Soul Guide Lantern as another artifact that can also deal with graveyards. We'll throw in a Braids here for dealing damage to each creature. 3 damage to a target creature, or again, just use it for artifact hate. We'll throw in Iroh's Demonstration here. This is a sorcery lesson where you can either deal 1 damage to each creature your opponent controls, so good for low-level token shenanigans, or again, 4 damage to 1 single creature. So again, it can be also just targeted removal for one thing. Again, one of our other biggest issues with the deck is going to be also life gain decks. So to avoid any of that, in the best of 3 slot, you can throw in Call in a Professional here. So this is a 3 mana instant that allows you to deny any player to gain life for a turn, and also damage can't be prevented. Then it also deals 3 damage to any target. So this is actually a cool way to kind of like turn off life gain for a little bit and just make sure you can do your thing. Wrapping it up here, we'll also throw in Tybalt Rakish Instigator here. This makes our opponents unable to gain life, and you can create some devil tokens for you to kind of, again, provide a little bit of backup, some chump blocking. They can ping your opponent for 1 point of any damage. And then also we'll throw in a colorless one. Since we actually do have a lot of treasure to work with, we are going to be ramping quite a bit here. So we have Zugo's Exile here. This is a colorless 5 mana instant lesson. You can use this to exile artifacts, creatures, or enchantments, and then it creates for us a clue token to give to your opponent. So this is actually kind of like a neat little option, backup option for you. Again, because mono red is not very good with enchantment hate, because this is going to be your little workaround for that. Leaving behind the clue token actually can be helpful with Generous Plunder. But otherwise, that is the whole deck for you in a nutshell, everyone. So there you go. We're going to see if Smaug Burn has what it takes to then get its wins here in the Pioneer format. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's get ourselves started here with our first game for today. Start, of course, with ranked. Smaug Burn, ready to go, everybody. All right, catching up with the chat here. Jock, I'm playing D-Mod. 6-7, it needs to stop. Yeah, you kids in your 6-7. I honestly don't get it, but hey, I mean, y'all do you out there. Hey, support people like me? Well, that's very nice of you. Appreciate that, Jock. Do you know how grotesque Steve is? Wait, what Steve are we talking about here? There's a lot of Steves I know. So you have to kind of clarify for me on that, what you mean by Steve. We're not talking Steve from Minecraft, are we? I have no idea. But in any case, while we get a little bit of clarification for that, let's go jump into our first game here. All right, so let's see what we have. We have 2 mountains here. We have Generous Plunderers, a Goblin, Glittering Stockpile. So we don't have Smaug, which is a little unfortunate, but at least the Plunderers can start pinging away at our opponent. Hopefully. All right, let's see what our opponent's got. All right, stomping around. It's okay. There, Mountain, pass the turn. All right, opponent, show me what you got. Spire Bluff Canal, Prosperous Innkeeper. Oh, they got life gain. Okay, that's going to be annoying, but we can actually do something hilarious here. Since they're already going to be generating their own treasures, we can actually punish them for that with Generous Plunderer. Granted, this means that they will get ramp, which is a little unfortunate, but that's okay. We create a treasure token. They get a tapped one, and then we start pinging them once we start doing our swings. Let's see. So from here, get another Generous Plunderer. This is going to be greedy for us, but we're going to try. We will try. Okay, deal 2 damage to our opponent. We do have Menace, so we can get around this. All right. Opponents, down to 16. If they have Prosperous Innkeeper, I do wonder what they might have. Collecting Company. All right, so with that, Cathartic Pyre. Innkeeper's got to go. Okay, so at least no life gain for them for now. Avatar of the Airbender you saw right there? Oh, it's a modded Minecraft, you say. Okay, okay. Well, good to know. Okay, they got the Grinning Ingus, so they do create a treasure token. And the Ingus means that they might try to pull off, like, a little bit of a combo. So, okay, here we go. So they're going to try to do this. That generates for them, what? Infinite life? Okay. Risen Reef. Maybe I should have actually kept that. I feel like I maybe should have kept the Cathartic Pyre maybe a little bit longer. Hopefully this won't hurt me in the long run, right? Oh, they got Birchie. All right. So if we don't get to our spot removal in this turn coming up, we'll be dead. Okay, they generate their 1 red mana. Okay, they gain their life. Okay. 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 They can get their treasures. Wily Goblin. Okay, so not quite what we need. So now we're in desperation mode here. So stockpile. Draw 1 card. Okay, we got our Cathartic Pyre. So let's see. Throw away the Goblin here. And then from here, we will... Let's see, what do we want? Okay. They can activate that at sorcery speed. Swing. Take them down to 15. I'm obviously sure they're not going to block. Okay, down to 11. Pass the turn. Okay. So let's see. Opponent's got the Ingus. If they play that, it comes down. They can only activate their ability at sorcery speed. So once they activate that, Cathartic Pyre can come in. Okay, so that's the plan. Okay, well, those are on the stack. Ingus goes bye-bye. Okay, come on. There we go. Got him. They will gain life, which is annoying for now, but that's okay. But at least the Ingus is gone. At least hopefully they don't have another one. If they have another one, then we're sunk. We'll be cooked. You have an account for Robles? I have no idea what Robles is. Or did you mean to say Roblox? Okay, they got another Steamkin. Okay, so basically at this point now they can generate all the mana they're ever going to need. Joy. Okay, opponents. Oh, they got another Grinning Ingus. All right. So for those that don't know, this is basically now an infinite combo. So at this point now, all they're going to do is they generate their mana. Thanks to Burge, it creates for them a free mana. Runaway Steamkin provides for them extra mana, and that's pretty much game. Yeah, we're not going to stick through this. Normally, if it was like just being by myself, I would force them to do the whole combo. But right now, we're not going to do it. That's because, again, we want to get through our next games. So, all right, opponent, fine. You get your win. You get your win. Okay. Okay, it's okay, everybody. It's okay. We'll just shake that off. Combo shenanigans aside, we'll try again with another game. Honestly, I haven't seen that combo in a long time. So, I didn't know people were still playing that in Pioneer. Guess it's still legit. You'll see me later? Okay, well, take care, Jock. Have a wonderful day, and always be sure to burn bright. Later. Okay. So, let's see. Let's get our next game going here. So, while we're getting our next game going here, question for everybody out there. So, I've heard that limited/draft for the Hobbit has been very shallow. Like, you play 1 or 2 and then you're pretty much over it. I know it's a small set, but if anyone of you out there have played draft for the set, let me know how it is. I almost thought about maybe doing one, but it sounds like it may not be very fun. It sounds like it skews very heavily on both black and red, which colors I love, but it sounds like it's going to get boring fast. Okay, Swamp. Hopeless Nightmare. All right. So let's see here. What do we throw away? I'll throw away the Wily Goblin. Actually, throw away the Mountain. Okay, we get another Mountain anyway. That's fine. Play the Wily Goblin. Generate first treasure. One of many. Okay, so is our opponent a discard deck? Oh, it looks like it's the bounce deck. Okay. So Bandit's Talent. This is annoying. Let's see. Submit that. Go onto the card. Ramen Ruins. All right. So there. Misty Mountain Cold. Create a second treasure. We swing. Go to 19. Okay. So we can generate at least more treasures with this. Maybe I felt like I should have thrown away the lands. Maybe that might have been better. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what is better for us. This town ain't big enough. Okay. Okay, pop that. Not for any real reason. It's just our opponent's just going to hit us here with Hopeless Nightmare. Okay, that's annoying. That's fine. Misty Mountain still generates for us treasures no matter what. So that's fine. Death to our enemies. Swing here, down to 18. Okay, so we're now out of cards. So if they want to tick up with Bandit's Talent, probably now's their chance to do so. Okay, we'll see what our opponent does here. Okay, opponent's got 4 cards in hand. We have nothing. Sneaky Toilet. Yo! Hello, my fire friend. Wow, long time no see. How are you doing today? Hopefully having a wonderful day wherever at. And thanks again for joining us today. You missed me? Oh, I missed you too, my man. Appreciate you being here, though. Really, really happy to see you again. Good to see you. What I'm not happy to see right now is... this town ain't big enough again. All right, fine. So our opponent is playing an obnoxious bounce deck. Joy. Okay, it's fine. We'll still get around it. Still get around it. Okay, so they ping us. We go to 14. Make another treasure. Okay, we only have a mountain. So down to 17. Mountain. Pass. We really could use right now any one of our creatures. Any one of our creatures would be great right now. Come on, deck. Come on. Shieldred. Okay. Alright. Hopeless Nightmare, so they just hit us for 2. Okay. At this point, I'm just going to Ramen Ruins while I can. Might as well. Might as well. Down to 15 opponents. We go to 10. Alright. Make another treasure. Misty Mountains again. Make a 4th treasure. Make another treasure. Sacrifice immediately. Become a dragon. No attacks. So we're really on a tight clock right now. If they have a way to get rid of this dragon, we pretty much might be sunk. Graveyard Trespasser. Okay. Do you TF2 the game? Are you talking about Team Fortress 2? Oh my god, that's an old game. That's what we're talking about, right? Man, I haven't played Team Fortress since I was in college. This Fireball has been out of college for a long time, by the way. Oh, alright. They fatal pushed away the dragon. We have no choice but to block with the goblin. And deck. Looks like we once again failed. Okay, down to 6. Generous Plunderer, which normally we would have appreciated early on, but it's a little too late for that. Alright. So that means next turn we die. We'll just take our L now. I don't want to, but... Alright, once again, we go down in rank. So we're at, once again, the very bottom of Platinum 4. I have had no luck this season trying to rank up again. Every time I try to get to a certain point, we just never make it. Although, to be fair, the only time I've been playing ranked recently has mostly been during live streams, where, hilariously enough, because I play budget decks, we always run the risk of not getting anything done. Oh, I just realized we were supposed to actually play the budget deck in non-ranked. Oh, maybe I should have done that first. You know what? That's fine. You know what? We'll just roll with it. We're just going to roll with it for just now. But I can prove, at least in unranked, you could definitely get some wins with this deck. I totally forgot I do that. But okay. We'll circle back to that in a bit. Because I think that might actually help us out a little bit more. In any case, let's see. Opponent's playing Yorion, so they're probably playing, again, Bounce. There's a lot of Bounce decks I'm dealing with today. Why is that? Okay, we'll hold on to the Burst Lightning for now. Ramanop Ruins. Let's get down our Goblin. Make our first of many treasure tokens, and pass. Okay, opponent. Okay, they get down the Verge. Nothing yet. Glittering Stockpile. It's not too bad. Let's play right now the Misty Mountains Cold. Unless our opponent has something. Now, yeah, they do. Okay, well, this is going to be a miserable match. Down to 19. Okay. So how's everyone's weekend been so far? Hopefully all been having a good time this week. If you're in, like, anywhere in the States right now, it has been super blazing hot no matter where you go. Like, we're talking, like, absolutely miserable. Don't get me wrong, as a Fireball, I don't mind the heat, but only up to a certain point. Okay, dead to our enemies. That's not too shabby. So for that, play that. And then we attack here. Go to 18. Nope, YouTube is buffering. Oh no. Okay, well hopefully it again gets fixed. Thor, God of Thunder, okay. Opponent is trying. They exile a card. There's going to be the Magnum Opus. And that's the only thing I can get, right? Okay. So, we need to get to 4 with this. We technically have 3 in hand. Okay, opponents. You there, opponents? Hello? Opponents? I think I should play Dr. Hoot? What is that? I have no idea. I mean, to be fair, I haven't been playing other new games in a long time, so I am out of the loop of, you know, what the kids are into these days. Okay, so we'll let that resolve. Okay, they get the Dovin's Veto back. Our turn. Alright, okay, we got another mountain, which is fine. So let's see here. How do we want to do this? Okay, I think we'll swing. Does our opponent take the bait? Most likely not. Down to 17. We will play, let's see, Glittering Stockpile. Make another treasure. The Misty Mountains Cold. Make another treasure. Make another treasure. That instantly sacks. And there you go. Alright, there we go. Awesome. We got our big dragon. Opponent's going to need something really, really splashy to stop that dragon. Do they have what it takes? Opponents. 4 cards in hand. Okay, they got to get lost. That's annoying. Alright, that's fine. We lose our creature. Lose our next creature. Oh, man. Thor is strong, though. Gotta give him that. Just not what I wanted to see right now. Is he swinging, I'm guessing? Yep. Joy. Okay, we go to 15. Okay, opponents. Okay, they get Yorion ready for the next turn. Alright. Ooh, okay, we got Smaug. Beautiful. Okay, that's even better. Okay, finally, we get our revenge here. Okay. You may have the God of Thunder, opponent, but we have Smaug the Magnificent, and he is ready to get some damage in. So let's actually get him come up to the stage there. Awesome. Cool. Okay, we got a Gold Hound. Oh, he's about to do some major damage here. And then from that, let's see. 5 damage directly to Thor. All right. Say goodbye, Thor. I'll call you. Down to 11. All right. Not too bad. So we're now back in this fight. Just for a little bit. We'll see if our opponent actually can stop Smaug here. Jock, I think you should say you're good now. My youngest brother is mean. Wait. Why is your younger brother mean? Hopefully he's not being mean to you, right? Right? Okay. Okay, we'll make another treasure token. Okay, awesome. So at this point, we're just going to go for the swing. We might as well. If our opponent lets us swing here, we win. Ooh, Torrential Gear Hulk. Ooh. Ooh. What's our opponent going to do here? Opponents. Ugh. Okay. So looks like our opponent is going to try to... What is it? Magnum Opus? Or is it the Get Lost? Well, actually, I would think it's the Get Lost. Wait, no. It has to be Magnum Opus. Wait, I don't know what they're doing. Okay, so it is Get Lost. All right. That's fine, opponents. You get to hit us there with a Get Lost. Okay, is there anything else we can do? I guess we just Burst Lightning for max damage here. Down to 7. Okay. We lose our only piece here. However, Gold Hound coming in. We'll do it this way. Use some of our treasures we have. Do we actually have one more non-creature spell? Okay, we got it. Okay, we got the win. Doesn't matter what our opponent does next turn. With that, Death to our enemies will trigger off, and we could do the 7 damage to their face. So, opponents, you have one turn to beat us here. Do you have what it takes? Resonating Lute. Okay, that's cute, by the way. They want to sing a song of their people. Jock, you don't know, but you like the game Dr. Hoot. I guess I have to check that up later. I have no idea, again, what that is. Okay, so in this instance here, we're just going to block here just in case. Okay. Goldhound will die. Aw, sorry, little guy. But you'll have to take one for the team. So no damage gets through, which is good. I have no idea what they have in hand, but also I do not trust their hand. Okay. The only other thing they can play is Yorion, unless they have some other magically powerful spell that I don't know of. I have no idea what they have. Okay. Opponents? Anything else? Okay, here we go. So we get the Burst Lightning in here, so we'll go for just 1 point of damage. Death to our enemies does trigger off here. So even if they counter right now, that should be it, right? That's game. That's game. Right? Okay, yep. Death to our enemies does now sacrifice itself. And we deal 7 damage to their face. All 7. Perfect. And there's your victory, everybody. So there you go. Smaug burned. Even if our dragon is not on the field, we can still get our victory. All right, all right. First one of the day, everyone. Nice. Cool. Okay. That's much better. But I realize now, to keep this deck fair, we probably should be playing this again in unranked, at least for the budget version. The non-budget version that we have later on, we'll definitely try it out there. So if nothing else, that kind of gives you a little bit more to work with here. So let's dial it back just a smidge. Gonna have a little bit of fun here with hopefully some janky decks we face off against. If you do like the deck in any way, shape, or form, don't worry. We will, of course, put up on screen later on. There will be the link in the details below. Once the stream is actually over, you actually do want to play the deck in your way. But so far, got a good win there. We were looking a little shaky for a bit, but we managed to overcome. Okay, so getting ready our next game here. Wait for our opponent here. They should be showing up in a second. And there we go. All right, let's get this going here. Locking it in. It's time to yeah, all right, okay. All right, so got our mountains, we got our Generous Plunder. Okay, and we also got Smaug, that's even better. So first off, Goldhound. Get our nice big pupper out there. Unless our opponent has a removal. Opponent, do you have removal? Nope. Okay, nothing yet. Tapland, Sundown Pass. Okay, got a Burst Lightning, that's fine too. So with that, we will just swing with a Goldhound for now. Okay, so for that, let's play our Generous Plunder. Might as well go all in on being greedy here. We want treasures, and we want to make sure we can start punishing our opponent as fast as we can. Even if they blow it up, that's fine too. We'll see. Does our opponent have an answer? Guess we'll find out here. Nothing? Okay, good. Okay, opponents. Full hand, only 2 lands. What are you playing? What are we facing off against? Thrilling Discovery. Okay, so they gain some life. Okay, so it looks like there might be a Reanimator deck. So, what do they throw away? Got Daydream. Huh. Practice Scrollsmith. Oh, okay. I have no idea what spiciness they have, but it does look familiar to me. Because we played some of these cards they are playing right now. I wonder, though. Okay. We will make our treasure. We give our opponent a treasure. It's risky, but hopefully the payoff will be worth it here. Got another mountain. That's perfect. So with that, we will play Smaug the Magnificent. I doubt they have any removal with 1 mana open, so we should be safe here. Alright. Alright, big swing here. Oh. Or maybe not. Opponent, you have an answer? Oh, I don't have an answer. Lightning Axe. Wow. Okay. Okay, they didn't have an answer. Okay, Smaug, unfortunately, did not get a chance to burn anything out. Joy. It's okay, though. We do 1 ping. Hit him with the Gold Hound. Hit him with the Generous Plunderer. Alright, fine, opponent. Looks like they didn't actually have the right card for the right moment. It's okay, though. We still have time to get some wins. Pursue the Past. Okay, they gain more life and throw away more cards. I'm just trying to figure out what the strategy is. I mean, I've seen this before when we did a Lore Hole deck. Okay, they got Madness. Okay. That's cute, by the way. Okay, Fiery Temper. Plunderer goes bye-bye. Aw, man. It's okay. No big deal. Alright, Cathartic Pyre. That actually might be helpful for us in just a little bit here. So we'll hold on to that. So the plan right now, we just need to dig into other things. Okay, Monument to Endurance. Okay, so it looks like our opponent's going to try to use Monument to Endurance to create an engine for themselves. We'll see if that actually... Okay, Thrilling Discovery. So they discard 2 cards. They get value off of that. They draw 3. Monument also helps them generate more value. So what do we lose? Life? Do they get treasures? Okay, they draw a card. That's fine. We lose 3 life. Do they cast the Madness? They do. Is it going to the Gold Hound or our face? Ooh, good choice, opponent. Went to our face. They don't care about the Hound. That's okay. Cathartic Pyre. We will discard a couple cards, though. Throw away our Burst Lightnings. We're just going to hopefully draw into more things. Okay, there we go. Smaug. Awesome. Okay, and death to our enemies. That's good, too. So with that, Smaug coming in. Swing here. Ping for 1. Thanks to Gold Hound. 18. 14. There we go. Okay, still trying to keep up with our opponent here is not easy. But we are trying. They have a lot of stuff in the yard, though. Very interesting deck, though. I do like it. Can they get rid of Smaug here? Pursue the Past. Okay, they gain life again. And let's see. From there... Let's see. They only discard 1 card and draw 2 cards, but they can flash it back. So Pursue the Past is just like a smaller version of, what is it, Thrilling Discovery? Cool cards, though. Choreograph. Oh, okay. Wow, okay. So they're using Choreograph Sparks. They use that to copy the spell. They generate treasures. They gain life. They discard cards. Draw more cards. Oof. Alright. Is that enough? Okay, they only still have 1 mana open from the treasure. Unless they have another Lightning Axe, I think Smaug can help close the gap here. Okay, we get to create another treasure. That's good. Oop, maybe? Opponents. Now, they already have another answer, don't they? There's another lightning axe. Oh. Joy. Alright, so in that case then, yeah. So we lose Smaug again. Wow, they actually do have the right piece here. But at least we get the treasure still, so it's not like that's the worst. Death to our enemies. Cathartic Pyre. We're just gonna do it main phase. Main phase it. We'll discard one treasure. Okay, got the Collector's Vault. That's not too bad. Okay, down to 17 opponents. Okay. Slowly, but surely, we are just trying to make progress here. Tablet of Discovery. This is like the hottest card this year. Tablet of Discovery, everyone. Does this card need to get banned in Standard? I mean, we're playing in Pioneer, so not... I mean, it's good here, but it's not the most powerful thing out there. Still, good card, though. I probably should get a copy for myself. Okay, opponent still has the Daydream. They've been throwing away a lot of stuff. I'm just trying to figure out... Okay, so they keep discarding. Are they just going to... So is their plan just Monument to Endurance us to death? Because they're close. They're close to getting the win. And we have fallen behind a lot. But we are trying. Okay. Opponents. Okay, another mountain we don't need right now. But it creates a treasure from that, from death to our enemies. Okay. Use Collector's Vault. Draw a card, discard a card. Come on, deck. Show me some love. Okay, Wily Goblin. Not ideal. Okay. Throw away the mountain. Make a treasure. Swing with our one piece here, but that's probably not enough. Down to 16. Cast our Wily Goblin. He'll make another new treasure for us. Doesn't trigger off death to our enemies, unfortunately. Okay. It is not looking good. Unless we can top deck maybe a Smaug right now. Oh, yeah. Never mind. Second Monument to Endurance ensures that they've got the win here. They discard, like, any card, and we lose. Flashback. Okay. They flashback Highway Robbery. All right. So that is their final discard, and we take our next L. All right. I'll let them finish up their thing. Okay. 2 life lost. And that's our loss there, everyone. Wow. Okay, so I guess their deck was just focused on Monument and Endurance shenanigans. I mean, cute deck, by the way, but it can be fragile if they don't have... if they deal with Artifact Hate. Unfortunately, ours is in the sideboard, so we didn't have it in the main deck. But that's okay. No big deal. Not giving up yet. And since we're, again, playing non-ranks, these matches are far less, I should say, stressful? Is that what I want to say? I'll just say that. I'll say that. Okay, no big deal. We're locking it in. We're going to try again for our next game here. Still trying to show you how we can burn out our opponent using Smaug the Magnificent in a handful of treasures. Alright, so we got 2 mountains here on this one. Cathartic Pyre, Generous Plunder, some stockpiles, Misty Mountains. We got treasures for days here. We just got to start stacking them up. Okay, Life Gain and Drain us. Play the mountain. More Life Gain and Drain. Alright, another swamp. So what is our opponent doing here? Tenacious Underdog. Interesting. Let's see. We will... Wily Goblin. Just generate those treasure tokens. We'll use it as sacrifice fodder. Alright, that flips into the Zuby Road Captain. I don't think they have any vehicles, so that's probably not what I'm worried about. Mostly it's the life gain and drain shenanigans. Sneaky Toilet, I wanted to tell you something that I was thinking about the other day. Okay, go ahead, my friend. What's on your mind? Alright, another mountain. So while we wait for our friend here to say what is on his mind. Glittering Stockpile. We're going to sacrifice one of our treasures just so we can keep this ramp going. Alright, no attacks yet. So, Generous Plunderer. If our opponent allows it, we'll start getting some extra value here. If they allow it. Alright, opponents. Or do they just blow up the Plunderer? I guess we'll see in a moment. Meantime, Misty Mountain's Cold can help us speed up our clock here. Okay, so they have the Hero's Downfall. Annoying, but not the worst. Sneaky Toilet is now saying, thank you for putting so much energy into your streams. I feel the love you put into your decks and your streams. Aw, thank you for that, my friend. I appreciate that, though. I'll be honest, like, there are days where I'm just feeling like, ugh. But I try to do what I can to try to maintain that positivity. Even though, as you can see, we have had a lot of losses on stream. Despite all the losses I do take, I still take it in stride. I mean, the whole point is for me to have fun. And if we can have fun, then that's all that matters, right? All right, we'll make our treasure here. We'll play the Gold Hound. Okay. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. I really do. I really do. Most other MTGA streamers feel kind of dead inside. Really now? Honestly, I don't watch any other streamers. I think the only other one I watch is like, what, Seth, aka Saffron Olive from MTG Goldfish. Actually, he was the one that kind of inspired me to even do everything I'm doing as we speak. I remember I sent him a deck list one time. I was all giddy about it. And I remember he did respond to me, which was really nice of him too. He's a cool guy. I do appreciate the fact that his positivity is what rubbed off on me. That's kind of the reason why I'm actually doing this today as we speak. Okay, so let's see here. Real quick. We're not looking too good here. Man, that Shielder really kind of hoses here. Okay. Cathartic Pyre. We can only discard one card. Draw another card. Death to our enemies. Dang, didn't do it. Okay. We'll take 2 there. Not ideal. Getting 1 point of damage. Death to our enemies. But that's pretty much going to be game. Even with... Honestly, they don't have to swing with the Shield Red, I realize. They could just let it sit there and we still lose. Oh, that's poopy. I wonder if... I guess I'd have to ask, like, why other arena streamers feel dead inside. I mean, I could probably figure out why. I've seen... Or at least the ones that the people that I know of that can feel kind of like whatever. I don't know if it's because maybe they're just over the game. Speaking of which, our game is over, by the way. Alright, it's fine. It's fine, everyone. We're going to get our wins in the next couple games. I can feel it. I can feel it. But yeah, I don't know. I guess you'd have to kind of explain to me, Sneaky Toilet, like, what do you see? Do they just look like they're just whatever? Are they... Do they just, like... Do they look bored? Do they look like they're just hating life? I mean, anytime I've gotten kind of, like, to a whatever point with Magic, that's usually when I try to do, like, my random other streams. As you've seen, I know I try to put that behind the... I know I put it up behind the paywall. I mean, I kind of have to, by the way. But anytime I do, like, our other bonus streams, like when I did that Resident Evil stream a couple of weeks ago, I mean, it kind of helps me kind of, like, clear my mind when I get a little too overwhelmed with the game. Because trust me, this year has been, it's honestly been very rough for us, for streamers out there for this game. There's so many cards that I want to build around. I just don't have all the time in the world. At least only just because I'm a part-time person that does this. So I try to do what I can and squeeze in what I can when I can. I still have fun with it, but man, there's been so many sets that come out. It's honestly just been, it's been way too fast. Not like the other first couple years when we started streaming. Because I had fun with those. I felt like we had all the time to go through a whole set. But this time around, it's been a little iffy. Generous Plunderer. Okay, so our opponent is playing Prowess, if I'm guessing right. Not the Lesson deck, but Prowess deck. Yep, that's Prowess. Slickshot Show Off doing its thing, swinging. All right, we'll give our opponent a treasure, only because we get to create a treasure. Take out the Gold Hound. So, Glittering Stockpile. We also can then use the Gold Hound if we want to, or, actually, we'll swing now. Down to 20. Does our opponent block? If they block, that's fine. Down to 18. Okay. Sneaky Toilet, are you keen to have a game by chance? I think we can squeeze in some today, but I'm glad you actually brought that up. So later this week, with this Fireball's birthday coming up soon, we are looking to do, later this week, another stream where it's going to be player battles. So actually, I'm glad you brought that up now. So later on, again, I'll try to come up with a date later today. It'll definitely be later this week, where if you want to battle against me, you are more than welcome to for an entire stream. So that should be a fun one for us once we get to that point. Alright, Storm Chaser's talent. Okay, opponent is trying to go big here. Not looking good for now. I mean, double, I'm guessing, Storm Chaser's talents. They're going to get greedy. Watch. Watch. Watch, they're going to do it. They create their otter. Yes. Opponents. Otter. Alright, that's fine. I'm guessing they will cast their other Storm Chaser's talent. There it is. Okay. So from there, Slickshot Show Off may look like it's going to do a ton of damage, but we got him ready. Okay. Pump, pump, pump. Alright, opponent, come on. Anytime now. Alright. They make yet another otter. Boo. Okay. They're going to do their swing. Watch. Okay. So here, stash counter. Burst lightning. Show Off goes down. 7 damage gone. But still we take 8. Ugh. Alright. Make another treasure. Mountain. Death to our enemies. Actually, we'll stash counter this now. Cool. Collector's Vaults. Gold Hound. I want to swing, but I can't. I just can't. I'm going to have to block here for a bit. Not ideal. We'll try. Okay, meanwhile, here opponents still has 4 cards in hand. They can't bounce something if they want to, because we gave them a treasure. And want to, but... Okay, they got Burst Lightning. Okay. So, Generous Plunder goes bye-bye. We can literally block 1 hit, but it won't matter. Alright, they got their win. Dang. Sadness for us. Not looking too hot for this deck, but we are going to still keep trying for a little bit longer with the budget one. But don't worry, we have an upgraded one. Did we have fun? We didn't really have fun, but it's okay. It's okay, everyone. No big deal. Okay. So I'll try to reserve a little bit of space for you to get 1 bonus game in for you, Sneaky Toilet. So hang around for that. But let's see. We'll try to get maybe like 1 or 2 more games here in unranked best of 1 with our deck. But we'll jump, of course, to proper ranked once we have our upgraded deck, which I'll talk about in just a little bit. Man, I was actually hoping we would get a couple more wins today. But I feel like now it's going to be also kind of rougher because now that Pioneer has to absorb the banned decks from Standard, everyone that's been playing Prowess or Lessons or anything else there that was Izzet, they all got moved over to Pioneer where the deck can run wild. But okay. Even so, we won't give up. We're going to shake it off. We're going to keep it going. And let's see here. We got... Okay, we got Smaug in hand. That's good. We can get him out by turn 3. That's not too shabby. A turn 3 Smaug is definitely nothing to ignore. Play our Mounted first and pass the turn. All right, opponents. What you got? Ooh, Fireblade Charger. Ooh, okay. So, maybe that might change things. Do we risk playing the Wily Goblin to get a turn 3 Smaug? Or... Oh, we have to hold back. We can't risk our opponent doing shenanigans here. Okay. Down to 19. Nothing yet. Okay. Got a Burst Lightning for more backup stuff. So for now... Okay. Still got to pass. I don't want to pass, but we have no choice. I know our opponent is going to be eager to pump that sucker up. So we're just going to have to wait. But that's good for us. That does mean that we can still put out what we want. Okay. We got our stockpile down. Still have removal ready to go. Timing this one's going to be tricky. Okay, Crystalline Giant. Oh. Huh. That was not what I was expecting. Crystalline Giant? I don't think I've seen anybody play this for a while. Okay, so they ping us again for 1. Down to 17. Okay, opponents. I have no idea what game you're playing here, but okay. We just got to make it work. Let's play Smaug now. I think this is our window to play Smaug. Swing in here. Make our treasure. Let's see. Go to face, actually. Okay. Down to 15. Okay. So from there, if I'm playing anything else, nope, nothing yet. I thought there were going to be an equipment deck. I mean, if I were playing Fireblade Charger, okay, Scorching Dragonfire. Okay, we'll have to let that go. Oh, Smaug got exiled. That's rough. Okay, Sling Giant, getting more counters on it. Still swinging. Trying to time this with the Fireblade Charger is not easy. Gold Hound, okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I realize I probably should be tapping this just to get the stockpile counters. But we haven't done that, so that's my fault. Wily Goblin. Make a treasure. Misty Mountains Cold. Okay, opponent. Am I overthinking our opponent here? Maybe they don't have what I thought they have. I don't know. 4 cards in hand. They got Boros colors. Okay, they just foretold a card. Crystalline Giant. They got a +1/+1 counter on it. They swing. This time we're going to block with the Goblin. Because I have an idea here. Go to 10. Alright. Nothing, opponents? Okay, I know I probably could have survived that 3 damage, but I want to see if they have anything in hand. Okay, Cathartic Pyre. Do you have protection, opponents? Okay, Lorenz escaped, so they do have something. I figured they had something. So we got nothing off of that. We lost our counters from that, but that's okay. Make a new treasure. Death to our enemies. Okay. Collector's Vault. Make a tapped treasure. And we'll stop there. Again, I don't know what our opponent's playing. Am I overthinking their jank? Okay, so they got first strike now. Okay, anything else? You know what? We have to do it now. If they do have something, so be it. Okay, 3 cards in hand, opponents. Do you have an answer? Oh, Fireblood Charger was not. Didn't have anything. Huh. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on here. Maybe they're just playing whatever they have. Okay, so Misty Mountains. We make our dragon. That's cool. Generous Plunderer. We will tap here. Activate Collector's Vault. Okay, mountain. Do we want the mountain? I guess probably not. We'll sacrifice one just to get creatures out. At this point, we're just trying to stockpile. Literally stockpiling whatever we got. Okay. Death to our enemies is still a ways away. 2 more counters may not seem like much. Okay, so we lose 2 creatures off of that. Ouch. Okay. They got first strike. Death to... Oh, jeez. Okay, so... And they have trample? Oof. Yeah, we cannot... Even if we block, I still lose the creature, so we don't really get much value off of that. So we're down to 1. Down to 1. Do we have any hope? Is there anything else we can do? Oh, wow. A lot of treasures, but nothing we can really use for it. So we're just going to sacrifice. Hold on. Go into red. Sacrifice 2 artifacts here out of desperation. Desperation time. Come on, deck. Show me some love. Collector's Vault. Ugh, jeez. Okay. Well, we tried, everyone. We tried. I mean, Collector's Vault one more time. And even if I try to do this, we don't have any more mana. So whatever I draw right now... Ramen Ruin. Okay. Let's last land there. We don't get anything off of that. I mean, I don't have to attack. I can literally block for 1 turn. Okay, they got flying. Token does survive. But just barely. Wait, hold on. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, Death Touch, First Strike, and Trample. That means they only had to assign 1 point of damage. Well, once again, math was not my best suit, and neither was reading. Oh well. It is what it is, everyone. You know what? Let's give this one more try. We'll try one more time with the budget deck, and then we'll jump to the non-budget deck. We'll give it a shot there. I want to give this, again, one more try. Smaug's got to be able to do more than one victory with burn. So we're hoping. We are hoping here. And we are going to try again. All right, so let's see. We got the stockpile. Death to our enemies. Gold Hound. If we can get to one of our payoffs, this should not be too bad here. Okay. Keep this hand. Okay, we go first. Actually, they go first. Temple of Mystery, so this is Scryan. Got a Cathartic Pyre, that's good for later. Gold Hound. Woof woof. Okay, opponents, looking at our Gold Hound. Okay, Forest. Okay, we got Smaug, that's good. So he'll be great for later on. Let's see. Play our Death to our enemies now. Alright, cool. That's in. So that'll help us get a bunch of treasures once we start doing our thing. Opponent playing Simic. That could mean anything. Okay, glittering stockpile. Make a treasure. And we pass there. Opponent's still on the conservative side. Okay, they got Mossborn Hydra. Okay. Okay, I see what they're trying to do here. Okay. Anything else, opponents? Okay. Well, this is going to be risky, but we're going to try here. Actually, hold on. We're going to wait. We're going to wait. We got to wait. There's a reason why. I want to see if I can try to finagle my way here. Okay. Cathartic Pyre. Mossborn Hydra. Do you have an answer, opponent? You have 1 mana open. If we can get it here, we can get it out of the way. Oh, they have to have something. There it is. Snakeskin Veil. Okay, so. Got him. Mossborn Hydra. Nice. All right, we got that out of the way. Take that, opponent. All right, cool. All right, we'll pass there. Phew. Okay. So biggest threat out of the way. So I guess they're just playing a Simic deck where they're just going to get landfall shenanigans going on. Okay, Deep Fathom Echo. That's something I should worry about. Beginning of combat, this creature explores. Then you may have it become a copy of another creature you control. Interesting. Alright. Hold on one second. I got it. Okay, we sacrifice that to our enemies immediately. Okay, so from there, if we deal 3 damage to it now, we just need to deal 6 to their face. Right? We got it. We got it. We got it. And their face. Okay, so 1 there. 6 damage. Okay, we got him. Did we? I think we got him, right? Opponents. Oh, they got another Snakeskin Veil. Alright. Well, 6 damage still goes to their face. They still get to protect it, unfortunately. Okay, got another mountain, so I guess that's okay for now. We will play Smaug the Magnificent. He doing his thing. Make a treasure. Go to face. 5 there. Down to 5. Okay, opponent, you have 1 turn. 1 turn to stop us. Okay. Did we outvalue Simic, which is also one of the most obnoxious color combinations I have to ever deal with. Okay. 2 Veils have already been used. Mossborn Hydra's already gone. Let's see. The Echo can't do anything unless they have another creature, but we've been able to then force them to use a lot of their spells. Besides the... Okay. Alright, that's fine, opponents. So they fight it. So Smaug's gone. Unfortunately. Okay. Can't make a copy of anything, but they get to draw a card. Swinging? Opponents? Maybe? Yes? No? Okay, they do swing. Okay, we go to 14. I guess we'll have to do this now. Pay the 2 there. Sacrifice 2 additional artifacts. That's a lot to spend, but we're going to need to draw cards because we need to get our final piece here. Anything. Hopefully. Jock, you're back. Welcome back. Oh, there we go. We got our Smaug. Okay, cool. So with that... Let's see. Wait. Do we get him here? Let's see. We just hard cast it. Opponent's got 2 cards in hand. Do they have a counter spell or do they have anything to stop Smaug? Because if we get resolves... Okay, we can win right here. Okay, we got him. We got him. Right? We got him, right? Rikamo. Oh, they draw 2 cards. But that's not enough. Desperation. Down to 4. Down to 0. And we get him. Woo! Woo, that was way too close there. But we got him there. Victory. Victory, victory. Thank you. That was a top deck. That's a good top deck there. All right. Well, that was a good way to end at least the budget version of the deck. Now, honestly, deck can do some stuff. It is definitely clunky on a budget. But what if we increase the budget just a little bit and take this deck to the next level with a little bit more of an investment? So, for the remainder of the stream, we'll show you Smaug upgraded if you do want to play him at a much more stronger level. Teddy Bear, hello my fire friend. Good afternoon, and how you doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at, and thanks again for joining us. Teddy Bear saying, funny, you're a fire person. I recently made a snow deck. Well, that is hilarious, though. Snow deck, you say? Is it like is it a Simic snow deck? Is it Sultai? Or is it just like mono blue? Out of curiosity. Or maybe it's mono green. Maybe it's mono green. Let me know. Like, how was it? How did it go? But anyways, while I wait for you to kind of reply on that one here, so we're going to show you right now, before we get started with our next set of games for the remainder of the stream. This is an upgraded version of Smaug for the Pioneer format. So we're trying to address some of the more weaker and cheaper options that we have. We're going to get rid of our goblins, and we're going to throw in a mix and match of 2 different sets of Magda here. So Magda, Brazen Outlaw, and Magda, the Horde Master. Both of her actually work really, really well. She's a Dwarf Berserker for the first one here. This version of Magda here is a 2/1, gives your dwarves +1/+0, and whenever a dwarf you control becomes tapped, create a treasure token. You can sacrifice 5 treasures with her to dig out any artifact or dragon card and put it onto the battlefield. So she could be a nice, easy way to pull out your Smaugs if you need to get them out. You will have to sacrifice a lot of treasure to do so, but that's a small price to pay because you can do this at instant speed with her, so that's pretty nice. We'll also throw in 3 copies of Magda, the Horde Master here. This version of her is also a Dwarf Berserker. She's a 2/2 with 2 mana. This version here says, whenever you commit a crime, create a tapped treasure token. This ability, however, triggers only once a turn. You can sacrifice 3 treasures with her to create a 4/4 Scorpion Dragon creature token. That's actually a really cool typing, by the way. Scorpion Dragon? That's actually wild. You can only do this, however, at sorcery speed. So she's a little bit more nerfed versus the previous version of Magda. However, committing a crime with her is very easy. To commit a crime in Magic, as a reminder, all you have to do is just target an opponent or anything they control or any cards in their graveyard. So anything you target basically commits a crime. So hilariously enough, this triggers off perfectly with Smaug because he also targets and creates a treasure for us. If you do your triggers just right with them, Magda will create the treasure before Smaug's trigger goes off with his burn ability. So that means you can actually get more damage with the 2 of them out. So it's a really cool combo there. Not to mention both versions of Magda do pump themselves up. So that's actually also a really cool ability with him. We're also going to still keep our Generous Plunderers, keep our Cathartic Pyres, your Burst Lightnings, your Gold Hounds. They help us out, of course. This time we're going to now slim down to just 1 single copy of Treasure Map here. So this is a better option for us for card draw and to use our treasures with. Treasure Map here is going to be an artifact that allows you to tap 1, scry it, and then put a landmark counter on the artifact. If you have 3 or more landmark counters, you remove the counters, transform it into a land, Treasure Cove, and you start using it to sacrifice additional treasures for free to draw additional cards. Only a single copy is what you need because that's really much what you all want to do with it. We're going to trim down to only 2 copies of Debt to Our Enemies now, but we have plenty of other ways of then stockpiling more stuff. I'll show you in just a moment. Excuse me. Ooh, dust bit. Otherwise, keep your glittering stockpiles. We'll trim down to 2 copies of Misty Mountain Colds, I'm going to make room for 2 copies of Goldspan Dragon here. So this is another dragon that really cares about treasures. He has also flying and haste, which is cool. 5 mana. However, whenever this creature attacks or becomes the target of a spell, create a treasure token. And all your treasures basically can be double mana. You can sacrifice them to make 2 mana of any one color. So he helps us ramp even faster with all of our treasures that we'll be producing with him. So that's actually a really cool dragon for us to provide extra support. As far as support now for your land base here, so we're going to be doing a little bit of splashing here that actually affects your sideboard. So go to 2 copies of Den of the Bugbear. We're going to trim down the 3 mountains, only a single Ramanop Ruins, and we'll throw in a bunch of these dual lands that are Boros color, which I'll explain why in just a moment. You're going to throw in Battlefield Forge, Elegant Parlor, Inspiring Vantage, Sacred Foundry, Sunbillow Verge, and a single copy of the Fountain Port to help us sacrifice again more treasures, generate treasures, make tokens if we need to, and just again draw some cards. So that's actually good for us. And then finally, your upgrades to the sideboard if you like this. Since we're going to be using now white to splash, we're going to throw in copies of Boros Charm here, giving all of our permanents indestructible, so protection against wrathing and all other shenanigans. We'll throw in a single copy of Roiling Vortex, so this replaces our You Called the Professionals. This can now ping out our opponent every single upkeep. It pings us as well. However, you can also turn off your opponent's life gain, so this helps us against those anti-life gains and provides for us a slow but steady clock. To avoid getting counterspelled like we did earlier today, we're going to throw in Hexing Squelcher here. It means this spell can't be countered. And this is a Goblin Sorcerer that gives us Ward for pay 2 life and gives all of our other creatures we control the ability to can be countered. And they also have to pay 2 life if they want to get rid of any one of our creatures. So they can help us speed up the clock and provide for us a light layer of protection. Since we're still splashing for white, we're going to throw now Rip Apart. So this is going to be our artifact or enchantment hate, or if nothing else, 3 damage to a creature or planeswalker. And then finally, if we run into issues where we're going to have to get overrun by creatures, we throw in 2 copies of Day of Judgment as our wrath since we are now in white. But otherwise, those are the upgrades now for this version of Smaug Burn. So can the Boros version, or I should say Boros-ish version of the deck, actually get some victories for us? Well, let's see what we can do with this deck for the remainder. But because this is upgraded, we're going to be playing ranked for the remainder of the stream. So give me a second here. Hold on. Oh, there it goes. There we go. Okay. We got the right one. We got the right format. Okay, Teddy Bear. Oh, okay, so you made Jorn, God of Winter, so it had to be Sultai. Okay. Well, that's cool, by the way. Actually, I haven't built a snow deck in a while, and I actually didn't realize we never built a Jorn, God of Winter deck. Maybe we might do that during holiday season once we get to the end of the year. I always try to do fun themed decks year-round, whether we do like Halloween with some kind of like, I don't know, monster creature like a horror, or like skeletons or vampires. I think we did vampires last year. So we can do this year. We'll see. But otherwise, that gives me a fun idea for that. I know we haven't really gotten any new snow cards in a while, but I think we can come up with something clever. Elvish Mystic. Okay. Start off with our Den of the Bugbear. We'll play our Burst Lightning because we cannot afford to have that ramp out our opponents. Cool. So let's see here. We have a Magda. That might be the ticket here. Okay, so let's see. Another Elvish Mystic. So let's see. What do we want to do here? Let's get Magda the Hordemaster. All right. Okay, opponents. If they're going to ramp, so be it. Okay. Opponents. The good news is that we do have, of course, Generous Plunderers, so that can also target with Magda, and that means we could speed up our treasure production really quickly with this deck. Okay. Opponents playing Nykthos, so they're probably the mono-green Devotion deck? Maybe Elves, but we'll see. Teddy Bear. I usually make my decks as a historic deck first, but I couldn't do that with this deck because of the Dark Depths. Oh, okay. Interesting, interesting. Ramanop Ruins. Play the Gold Hounds. So our first of many treasures. Opponents? Oh, wait. Opponent, do you have an answer? Wow, they have a Beseiju. Okay, well, for that, well, I guess we'll just pay the 1 life. Ouch. I'm surprised they actually did that. Thought they would have waited. Okay, so for that, let's see. I guess we'll play the Elegant Parlor to Surveil. Get our Surveil going. Misty Mountain's Cold we'll keep on top. We'll play then our Generous Plunderer. That's cool. With this, we will swing. Obviously, our opponent's not going to block. So that should be easy damage there. But appreciate that, opponent. At least he gave us now one of our Sultai Surveil lands. That's cool. Oh, they're blocking. Wait, do they have something in hand? Oh, yeah. But yeah, Teddy Bear, I totally forgot that Dark Depths is actually in Arena. I really should try to build something around that. So thanks for reminding me. Okay. 3 cards in hand, opponent, but we also have 3 cards. Who will get there first? Nothing? Okay, so we will target them. Create a treasure token. That does trigger off Magda, so she also creates a treasure token. There we go. Misty Mountain's cold. Let's play our glittering stockpile now. Cool. And then from here, we'll swing. Yeah, swing with everything. Ping our opponents. They go to 19. If our opponent has now, I'm guessing, Collected Company, now's probably their time to use it. No? Okay. Well, that helps us out. Down to 18. Down to 14. Okay, we're looking pretty good right here. We're going to cash in one of our treasures for treasure map. And then we'll pass the turn there. I realized we probably could have made a dragon, but we're going to hold off for a minute. Archer's Charm. Okay. Are they getting a land or are they getting a creature? I assume it has to be a creature. Okay, what's it going to be? Do we sound the alarm on that one? This is a scary card. Okay, they got Castle Garenbrig. Okay, so definitely they are going to be making some kind of big creature. Big creature. Okay, it's Gruff Triplets. Okay. This card. I actually never played with this card, and I have grown to really hate it. Like, it's just beyond annoying. I don't know why. It just triggers me a lot. Okay. Make a ton of treasures. Inspiring Vantage. So for this, Misty Mountain's cold. Make another treasure. Instant sack. Makes our dragon. We then also can sack again. Let's see. Actually, yeah, we'll do this now. Let's see. 1, 2, 3 here. There we go. Make our dragons. Okay, so we got 2 dragons on the field. That's awesome, by the way. And then from here, treasure map. Generous plunder again. Let's see. We'll wait actually on that one. Okay, so for that, I think we should be good there. Actually, we have 3 more treasures, so we actually could do a lot of stuff in the sky if we want to here. Actually, we'll wait off for a second here. Swing here with our 1 dragon. Down to 10. I forgot that had haste. That's actually cool. Okay, so our opponent here now needs to survive the hit. They either take away... I'm guessing they gain 5 life and probably destroy an artifact we have. If I was to guess. At least that's probably what I would do. Ooh, that thing has reach, though, unfortunately. Oh, they make a rhino. Okay, they gain 5 life, which is annoying. Okay. Titan. Wow, they have another Titan Ministry. Boo. Come on. Really? Ugh. Gain 5 life again. Make another rhino. Okay, so they go back to 20. Joy. Okay. We have our work cut out for us here. Does our opponent swing? Most likely not because of the dragon. But... oh, wow, they do swing. Wow, okay. Okay, opponents, well, take out one of the Gruff Triplets. Go to 13. Okay, they do get their pump in, so that's annoying. But there was nothing we could have done about that. So for this, full control for a second here. Let's scry to see if we can draw into hopefully something that might help us. Okay, Glittering Stockpile, not quite what we want. Okay, make our treasure. I mean, our opponent already has everything, so might as well just target while we can. Make another treasure. Okay, okay. We got Smaug. Okay, we got Smaug. Okay, so I think now we should be hopefully okay now. We will add a stash counter. Smaug. Here we go. Okay, so... do we sacrifice our 3 treasures now? Doing so, Smaug won't do as much damage. I guess we'll just do it now then. 1, 2, 3. Make another dragon. Okay. That should be... let's see, so that's enough. Is that enough? Let's see. They block there, so that's 2 dragons gone. So that's there. That's 8. Okay, no attacks yet. No attacks. I'm gonna wait 1 turn. If we can sponge 1 hit, that's all we gotta do. Oh, I forgot. Oh, they have trample. Never mind. Ugh, I totally forgot they have trample. Maybe we should have swung after all. All right. Well, either way, it's just a disgusting deck. No matter what we try to do. Unfortunately, Magda cannot do her thing at instant speed. Let's see. So, do we survive the hit? So, I guess we'll find out here. Block 1 of the... Okay. Oh, I should have blocked the token. That's what I should have done. Well, I'm dumb. Any case here. Double block there. We will... Let's see. Is there any way out of this? Okay, block 1 there. Block 1 there. And... Ugh. Block there. Block there. Not ideal. Okay. We have to block all those stupid mono green. I guess I probably should have swung last turn. That's probably what I should have done. I thought I had more time, but I totally forgot that these cards have trample. Go to 5. We get 1 dragon surviving. Yeah, I blocked the wrong of the Gruff triplets. I hate that card so much. Okay, Goldspan Dragon. I mean, that's not horrible. I mean, it's nice to have it. Make a treasure. Push him to 12, but that's still not enough. Even if we bring in Magda right now. Yeah. Alright. Did I misplay that game, or was I going to be cooked no matter what I did? I don't know, everyone. I have to check the replay later on. I didn't do the math correctly, so I don't know if we actually were going to win that, or we were already just dead no matter what we did. Let me know in the comments if I completely punted and fumbled that game. Any case, moving on. Try not to dwell on the past here. Just got to keep moving forward. Just keep playing just a little bit longer. All right. Shaking it off. Try again against our next opponent here. Okay, so let's see. What do we got here? So against this person here. Okay, so we got Gold Hounds, Burst Lightnings for days. Elegant Parlors, which are slow. Not the worst, but maybe they can help us surveil into what we do need. Okay, so let's see. Play our mountain first. Play the Gold Hound. Go from there. Woof woof. Okay. Hushwood first. Huh. Toadstool Admirer. So is that... Should I be worried about that? Sacred Foundry. Okay. No attacks yet. I have an idea. But it depends on what our opponent does here. Let's see. What do they do? Feather of Light. Okay, so from here, so it looks like they're just going to be playing some Aura shenanigans. Pay the War 2. Yes, we do. Get that out of the way. We can't afford to have that just get bigger. So that's good. Okay, Treasure Map. That's cute, too. So for that, Treasure Map. Elegant Parlor Surveilling. Inspiring Advantage, probably don't need another land. By the way. Spirited Companion. That's cute, by the way. Woof woof. I do love dogs, by the way. Okay, tap land there. Okay, Cathartic Pyre. Guess we'll play the Gold Hound. Scry. Glittering Stockpile on top. Do we want that now, or do we want to... Well, we need to get to our payoffs. We need to get to our payoffs. Elegant Parlor again. Surveillant. Okay, keep the Generous Plunder on top. Pass here. So we got one of their key pieces out of the way. So I guess that's not too bad. Spirited Companion number 2 draws. Dogs and dogs. All the dogs. Let's see, Teddy Bear. I mean, a land that comes in with 10 counters that you can pay 3 to remove a counter on it, and it goes to 0, destroys itself, makes a 20/20 flying, indestructible creature. You'd understand why it's not allowed in Historic. I mean, obviously that makes a lot of sense. But I realize that probably means we should be looking at this for Timeless in the future. I would love for us to do that. Oh, opponents. Unless if they probably have some kind of pump in hand, I'm still going to block just the same. I'm sorry, opponent. I don't know why you did that. But okay, sure. Why not? Generous Plunderer. Okay. So for that, play the Plunderer. Okay. Go here. Don't need the mountain. We need another payoff. No attacks. Wait to see if their dog does anything. Or if they have another answer. Okay. 5 lands. Opponent. What you got? Audacity. Okay. So... I'll let that go for a second here. I'm guessing our opponent probably has something. All that glitter. Okay. So that can't stick. We have to do this now. First lightning. Okay, out of the way. Sorry, little pupper. Didn't mean to destroy you, but I want to win. So all that glitters does fizzle. Phew. Okay. Okay, before we go to our final turn here, let's actually scry this now on our upkeep so we can see what we would come up with next. Okay, Fountain Port. Do we want a Fountain Port right now? I really want to get to our payoffs. So we'll flip that. Make our treasures. Make another treasure. Okay, target our opponent here. Yes, you can get a free treasure, opponent. It's okay, though. Swing. Ping them for 1. Okay, they go to 19. Go to 18. Go to 16. Okay, so now we take the lead. Okay. 5 cards in hand still. We still have a Cathartic Pyre. Oh, and our opponent has already had enough? Aw, opponent, we were just getting started there by building up our treasures. But okay, okay. I'll take it that win. Okay. Not a flashy victory, but it is a victory, so I will gladly take it. All right. See? There's some games where you don't need Smaug to do anything. Okay, get our win there. Awesome. Make sure to always do your dailies, kids. Always do your dailies. 4 wins, bare minimum. But if you can, ideally, 6 wins is actually pretty good. That gets you, I think, I'm trying to remember doing the math again. See, 250 for the first win, 100, 100. So that's 450. Getting up to 6 wins gets you 500 gold, which is half a pack. Doing your daily gets another 500 bare minimum. So that's 1,000 gold, which equals 1 booster pack a day if you actually want to do your dailies. And also, again, 1 fun random card. I usually don't care about the random card, although sometimes you do get a rare or mythic from it. I guess you could say it is rare to do so, but it can happen. So don't discount it. Den of the Bugbear. Starting off with Gold Hound. Cool. We also got Gold Span Dragon, so we actually do have quite a bit of treasure value here coming up. Mountain. Monastery Switzer. Okay. Opponent looks like they're going to be trying to prowess them way to victory. Okay, we got Smaug too. That's good. Glittering Stockpile. We'll play it now. And then Burst Lightning this away while we can. It's tempting to do this on their turn, but if they have enough spell slinging, then we end up fizzling. So I might as well just get rid of it now. Okay. So next turn, Smaug comes in, and we can just start wrecking havoc. Hopefully they put down something that's a 1-1. That actually gives us a major advantage here. So they cut show off. Okay. Not ideal, but that's okay. Elegant Parlor. Okay. Vergeland. Smaug coming in. All right, here we go. Ping our opponents. Down to 15. Okay, opponent. Clock is ticking. Ideally, if we can get down Goldspan Dragon, that is even better. Okay. Opponent. 5 cards in hand. Once again, we just completely poop out our whole hand. I have a habit of doing that, by the way. Let's see. Opponents. Do they have the pump? Reckless Impulse, okay. Looks like they're digging for answers. Swiss, I'll say, oh, get 2 Lava Runner. And Ramen Up Ruins. So, do they play either or? No, they don't. Okay. Well, that's good for us. That's definitely good for us. Oh, they have to skewer the critics. I didn't know anybody actually still played that card, but okay. Burst Lightning. Okay, well, not ideal. Elegant Parlor, Surveillant. Ramen Up Ruins. I guess we'll keep that on top. But we still need to... Let's see. How do I want to do this here? Okay, I got an idea. We're just going to cash in our stockpile now. Swing here. Make a treasure. Leaves behind a treasure for us. And we will pass our turn there. Okay. Risky turn here. If they pump show off enough with, say, like maybe a Monstrous Rage or whatever, then we're looking rough. If we, however, manage to snipe it here with the Burst Lightning, then we have the advantage. Let's see. What's it going to be? Opponent, what's it going to be? Ramen up Ruins. Do they play the Lava Runner? I'm sure they will. They have 2 sorceries in the yard, so that can be a swinging 2/2. Yep, here we go. Okay, opponents. 4 cards in hand and 3 mana open. Do they win here, or do we stop them? Okay, they're going for it. Monster's Rage, okay. Monster's Rage number 2. Okay, so this is it. Now or never. Do we get the win right here? Find out right here and now. Burst Lightning. Do we stop them? Oh my goodness, we felt good about that one. Yes! Got him. So we fizzle out. Down to 10. Whew. Okay. Opponent, light up the stage. They go to 10, though, themselves. Okay. Ramen Ruins ourselves. Okay. So we can Den of the Bugbear. Nice. Swing here. Good hit here. Down to 2. Opponent has 4 cards, so they could win here in theory. I don't know. Is it enough? Kumamo. Go to 9. Go to 8. Do they have a pump spell? They have Wizard's Lighting. Oh, that's not enough. Go down to 2, 2 and 2, and it doesn't matter because this was our victory there. All right, nice, nice. Got him. The clutch there was that Burst Lightning against the Slickshot Show-Off. Whew, we didn't have that, we would have been cooked. But okay, I'll take it. Another win, another victory. Okay. Awesome there. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so, and just as an FYI for time-wise, everyone, we're probably looking at run again at most another 30 more minutes, and then the stream will be over for today, everyone. But I still appreciate everyone that has been with me today. If you want to be a true fiery friend of the channel, if you do like any of the content we're doing, show some love, and please like, follow, and subscribe wherever you watch the content so you don't miss out on any of our gameplay, booster pack openings, live streams, deck techs, and so much more. We try to do at least 2 times a week, at least 2 live streams. We'll throw in, of course, a deck tech week after week, and we'll try to throw in again those booster pack openings, maybe some highlights from our latest live streams in case you missed anything, or again, just whatever pops up in the world of Magic. As a quick reminder also, for those of you that want to help me out and go beyond and be a true fiery friend of the channel, we do have a Patreon page, and we do have a members-only playlist that those of you that are willing to pay just a little bit every month, I know that might be asking a bit from you guys, but I still appreciate it if you do, to help us again show off some more exclusive stuff that goes beyond Magic the Gathering. So we're talking like non-Magic content. We're talking about, again, maybe some upgraded, more powerful decks that don't make it to the main channel. But either way, if you want to help us out for free, you can also support us by just joining our Discord. Your support will help keep this channel going. All links, as a friendly reminder, are located in the details below once we are done with today's stream. But no matter what you do, I still say right now, thank you to everyone who has been with me today. Appreciate all of y'all. You have all been fabulous. All right, so shilling out of the way, let's see if we can just wrap up the next kind of 30 minutes to see if we can get some more wins. Hopefully we can keep the good times rolling here. Okay, so for this, let's see, we got the Magda, got the Generous Plunderer, Elegant Parlor, and Verge Land. Can we finagle this into something? Opponent? Opponent, you there? Okay. Okay, Verge Land, so we'll play that now. Let's play this now. Play our Magda. Swing. Down to 19. Okay. So let's see. From here, hopefully Magda can get a couple free swings and get some treasures going real quick. Overgrown Tomb into Beseiju. So, Golgari? Is a Golgari mid-range. Fatal Push. Joy. Alright, well, so far the Magda plan is kaput. Generous Plunderer. Play the Elegant Parlor now. We'll Surveil. We don't need another one, so toss that out. Get some cheesy swings in while we can. Let's see. Okay, Pathway Land. Opponents. Sarulf. Ooh, spicy. Very spicy opponent. Paying up. Let's see. Okay. Sunbillow. Despite that, though, I'm sorry, but that wolf will not stick around. Okay, cool. So we get our hit there. Get some swings here. Ping our opponents. 17, 16, 15, 14. Looking good so far. So Sarulf here. Pretty scary wolf. Pretty scary. But if we can keep him off the field, we should be good. Okay. Opponent, what else you got? Werewolf pack leader. Okay. So are they just like Golgari wolves? That's cute, by the way. If you do like wolves in this color combination, stick around for our future video coming up later this week. We do have something involving wolves, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Choose a creature you don't control. Each creature you control is a wolf. It's powered target creature. Okay. So that's got to go. Okay, so that's gone. That fizzles it. Okay. I'll give our opponent a treasure because I'm so generous. Sacred Foundry. Tapped. We will play Smaug the Magnificent off the top there. We swing here. Make a treasure ping. Ping. Boom. 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 All right, opponents. Down to 3. Do you have a way to stop our plan? Goldhound, our Generous Plunderer, and Smaug. Assassin's... Wow, Assassin's Trophy. Okay. Yeesh. Okay, I didn't think people were still playing that. Could you believe that Assassin's Trophy used to be actually like a... What is it? This used to be like a $20 card. But they reprinted it actually enough where it's actually pretty cheap. That's actually kind of fun. Okay, so with that, give our opponent another treasure because we're so generous. And it doesn't matter because both of our creatures have Menace, and our opponent has figured that out. So they will just concede here and now. All right, all right. Yeah. Nice. All right. We're making our win streak. We're making our comeback. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, get our next set of free stuff there. So yeah, free card. Not a very good one, but that's okay. No big deal. We're just here to keep getting our wins going. Hopefully we can get a couple more, at least before we end the stream today. But we're looking really good. We're looking very good. All right, so here we go again. So with this, we'll see. Can we get some more victories with Smaug hoarding all the treasure in the world against our opponents? Speaking of treasures, okay, so we do have Goldhounds again. Turn 1, Burst Lightnings. Goldspan Dragon will be good by turn 3. We can get it that fast. Okay, so with that, let's play the Mountain. It's a Goldhound. Cool. Woof woof. Vergeland. Virulent Emissary. Okay. Okay. Opponent here looking to gain life or just do some elf shenanigans. We'll see here. We have a Burst Lightning, so whatever they bring in, we'll deal with here. They got a Wastewood, so is it again another... Is another value deck with Golgari? Badger Bolt Cup. Alright. So, okay. Looks like they just ported over the standard deck that got banned. Okay, so with that, Burst Lightning now. Badger Bolt Cup cannot stay. Okay, so they can swing with 1. Okay, that's cute, by the way. Let's see here. Stockpile number 2. Sacred Foundry tapped. Tap that for no reason. Just wanted to get some value. So at least with Goldspan Dragon out. Oh. Is it elves? Or is it just like Golgari midrange? I'm very confused. Deck feels a little clunky, but okay. You do you, opponents. Okay, we'll play our Mountain. Goldspan Dragon coming in. Nice. So with that, we can sacrifice now these for adding 2 mana. Make a treasure. Boom. Hit him down to 19. Okay. Trying to stay in this fight as much as we can. As much as we can. Okay. Opponent's going to swing here. Okay, big swing. They don't have that much mana, so we can take advantage of that for the time being. Add a stash counter again. Kind of see if we can kind of do some pseudo-ramping. Let's see. Magda. Death to our enemies. Stash counter again. Make another treasure. They're 15. Okay. So we have pretty much all the mana in the world right now. We just need to find a big payoff. Something. Smaug right now would be fantastic. Can't block. We go to 9. Go to 8. Yeep. Okay. So from here... Dang, we're still like short like 1 treasure. Okay. So for that... How do we do this? I think we'll just swing with just Magda. Makes that 5th treasure. Do they block? They don't. Okay. That's good for us. So that means we just have to time it now. We have 5 treasures. Broken Wings. Okay, so that does generate a treasure for us. Dang. Okay, so Goldspan Dragon goes bye-bye. Sorry, buddy. I was going to try to do a cheeky swing here. We will Magda our way out of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Instant speed. We can get out. What do we get out here that we need? Smaug, of course. There we go. Instant speed. That's pretty good, though. And then for that, just block the Dwinians. That does more damage. Down to 6. Phew. Make a new treasure. Battlefield Force. That doesn't help us out that much. Still. For that, gotta swing with Smaug at least. 2 damage there. Emissary goes bye-bye. That goes down to 10. Okay. So if we have to sacrifice Magda, so be it. Okay. Opponents. Shaman of the Pact. Ugh. That hurts us down to 3. Does our opponent swing here? Are they going to get aggressive? Maybe? No? Ooh, they do. Okay. Opponent really wants us dead here. Or do we not? Well, no. Cancel the block. I mean, we're going to go to 2. It won't matter if we're at 1 or 2 life at this point. Stash counter again. Make a new treasure. Sacred. Yeah. Alright. Well. Tapped. Okay. We tried, but it still just was not enough. Even if we chump block here, yeah, we're dead. So we're just going to go for it. C. Shaman of the Pact goes. Okay. Down to 4. Okay. If they tap with their creatures, that... Okay, yeah. So we tried, everyone. Dang. Shaman of the Pact did not have enough treasures, sadly, and they just burned us out. They drained us. Shaman of the Pact. Okay. Well, can't win them all, but we tried. Their janky little plan somehow worked. Somehow. But I can't hate the game. Okay, so let's see here. Looking at the clock right now, we're probably going to be able to get in maybe at most 2-3 more games. Sneaky Toilet, if you are still there, if you do want to, we'll save one of those final games for you, my fire friend. So, within the next game or so, if you're still there, I'll be happy to then face off against you for 1 bonus game. Let me know if you're still alive. Because if you're there, then we'll have you face off. But otherwise, most likely, hopefully, I'll see you later in the week for the player battle. Otherwise, for now, Sacred Foundry taps. We don't have anything in the cast, so might as well not tap it. Take it. Elves again. Joy. Sacred Foundry again. Here, we will... What do we want to do here? Generous Plunder, I think. Get that instant treasure. That might be helpful. Okay, turn 2. What you got, opponents? What you got? Okay, another land. I think it's those Selesnya Elves? Or is it just mid-range? No, Badger will come again. Of course. Of course. So, Land of War Elves into another Land of War Elves. Joy. Into another Land of War Elves. Yeah. Okay, create a treasure token. I don't want to give our opponent ramp, but we might not have a choice here. Sacred Foundry. Smaug coming in. Okay. Get our swings in while we can. No damage, of course. Ping for 1. Obviously, our opponent's still not going to block, so at least we can get through a little bit. Let's see. Ooh, do they block? I don't think they will. I don't know why they would. That only hurts them. What is our opponent going to do here? Okay, they let us have it. They go to 13. This is going to be a really risky turn here. They have plenty of mana now with Badger Mole Cub online. We don't have a way of targeting it until next turn. Elvish Mistake number 4. Oh, wow. Literally all the elves they could ever muster up. Eidolon. Ooh, interesting. Interesting choice there. Okay. Okay, they swing. Badger Mole Cub. Okay. We'll generate a treasure for them. So, if we do what I think... Okay. Okay, make treasures and treasures. Opponents. Do they have an answer? Oh, Collected Company. Okay. So... Cathartic Pyre. Take out the Badger Mole Cub. Okay. What do they pick? More Eidolons, okay. Another there. We just attack with Smaug. He does 2 damage. Let's see. I guess we just start picking off the Mystics little by little. Not much else they can really do. Down to 9. Okay. Weird deck, but okay. 3 damage. Another Elvish Mystic gone. I mean, okay, well, I guess we're just sniping these things. Thanks to their own card here, they cannot cast any other spell for the turn. Once they got the Professor Symbology, sure, they can learn, but they can't cast whatever spell they get. Oh, Germination Practicum. Okay. I see what you're trying to do there, opponents. Wait, they want to swing? I was going to say, sure, opponent, if you want to swing, that's fine. Okay, Glittering Stockpile. So at this point now, play the Stockpile. Get all of our treasures. I think that actually might be game here. 4 to the face. 3 to the face. And that's game. Opponents. Ooh. Wait, do they have something? Okay, they're ticking down their... They're just sacrificing the treasures just because. That's 8. That's still 4. Opponents. If they have something, now's their chance. No, they don't. Yes, we get the win there. Those treasures, they popped them just to soften the blow, but that still was not enough. All right, all right. Yeah, all right, okay. Victory. Okay. So, once again, reaching out to you, Sneaky Toilet. If you are there, now is your time to actually jump in if you still want to face off against me. Otherwise, I'm looking at possibly one more game. I'm willing to stretch you out for one more, but if I don't hear from you, we're going to be ending the stream. So if you're still there, my friend, don't wait too long. This is your 1 game warning. Well, actually, I don't want to say warning, but just 1 game reminder, Sneaky Toilet. If you're there still, this will be our final game, win or lose, for just the stream itself. But I will give you a little bit of a buffer. So for this final one here, win or lose, we're locking in. It's time to and we're going to see if we can get one more victory today, everyone. See what we got. If we can manage it, if Sneaky Toilet does return, he'll be our bonus game for today. But if he's not, that's okay. We will have another day where we can have him out. Okay. So until then, so we got our Goldhound now. We have Magda. Jawbone Duelist. Okay. Interesting. Inspiring Vantage. We will... Magda. Swing here. Go to 19 opponents. So our opponent here has Toxic and Double Strike. That means we'll get 2 poison counters off of this if we do not block the hit. Okay, so they're just poison. Okay. Interesting choice, but okay. Okay. Magda the Horde Master, too. So we got both Magdas in hand. That is interesting. Okay, so for here, we'll do it this way. Swing here. Make that treasure. Okay, opponents, do you block? Okay, they do. So Cathartic Pyre. 3 damage on the Contaminator. That does also trigger the other Magda to make another treasure. New treasure, by the way. We do lose our other Magda, but that's okay. This one right here does commit crime, so that can help us out a ton. Jawbone Duelist number 2. Okay. For this one here, block here. They both die. Small price to pay, but that's okay. Okay, we got here Smaug the Magnificent coming in. Swing here. Jawbone Duelist goes out. All right. Your Toxic will not work on us, opponent. We're just going to keep burning him away with Smaug and his treasure plan. Okay, more treasures. That's cool. All right, for that, you know what? We're just going all in on dragons. Big, big dragons. That's all we want. Big swing here. Commit a crime. Treasures. Burn, burn, burn. Wow, that was a fast one. All right. Wow. That was like the dream right there. Wow, round of applause for that one, everyone. That was beautiful. That was like the cleanest victory we got today. Super easy, super fast. So, perfect example of there how the deck can get explosive if your opponent is not prepared. All right. Nice. So that was a good way to end that one. Okay, so Sneaky Toilet. If you are still there, again, last call, my friend. If you're not there, we will be ending it here in just a moment. So we're going to give you a little bit more of a stretch. We got a pack we can open right here, I guess, to kind of delay us a bit. All right. Most Decrepit Old Bird. Oh, that's right. We are going to try to do a bird deck. So that's something we're going to be, we'll talk about again in a little bit. Mastery. Okay. Okay. Sneaky Toilets. Let me know, my friend. Got the alarm going off. Okay, Bart's Company. Cool. Blog's Company. Or Bolog's Company, I should say. Okay. Wait, are we missing it in the store? I think we'll hold off until we get to 10,000 just to get this. Just so I can also get the Gandalf profile thing. And the sleeves. Those are cool sleeves, by the way. But otherwise, okay. Sneaky Toilet, if you're not there, we're going to be doing our little wrap-up here. So last chance, my friend. If you're not there, we're going to be ending the stream in just a few moments. But before we do, as always, let's do a quick wrap-up of today's deck itself. So, Smaug Burn for the Pioneer format, everyone. What do you think of the deck? Do you like the deck? Would you play this deck in any way, shape, or form? Now, to be honest with you, I do like the deck. Yes, I am, of course, going to be honest with you. I have a soft spot for Mono Red Burn because, of course, I believe it is the most Chad of deck archetypes out there. No matter what version of Mono Red has Burn, I love every variant. And today's was definitely a spicy twist on it by using treasures to burn out our opponent. While Generous Splendor had this option already, this actually got better thanks to Smaug because now we can really get a ton of generation with those treasures. We also got a lot of good extra support from the Hobbit, but also there's a lot of cards in Pioneer that I think benefit us more than even the standard ones. Could you build this deck in standard? You totally can, but you're going to be missing out on a lot of key pieces that really kind of help push the deck a bit. For example, Collector's Vault here still is in standard, but it is going to be rotating in a couple weeks. Or actually not a couple weeks, couple months. But it's going to be gone soon. Wily Goblin, I guess you could replace that with the other Magda. That's the Thunder Junction one if you already want to just jump into the upgraded version. Goldhound sadly only exists in Pioneer. Burst Lightning does stick around for a bit. Cathartic Pyre is only in Pioneer. You would probably have easy replacements for this, but in my opinion, the version we built today probably is going to be the best home for Smaug because you have the best mix and match options for treasures. Having said all that, as you saw, biggest weakness of the deck, life gain, and cards that prevent us from being able to do our thing. So spot removal kind of hurts a lot in our deck, mostly because we don't have ways of kind of getting around that. We really have to rely on our treasures, but you also have to manage them very well in order to get the best value, popping them when you can, using them for Gold Saucer, or then using them for your Den of the Bugbears, or whatever you need to get your victory. Having said that, of course, if you can upgrade it, I mean, what's there to say? This version definitely feels a lot stronger because you have the option now of getting rare lands. You have stronger options for card draw. Treasure Map actually did pull its weight for a little bit there. But overall, Goldspan Dragon and Smaug together are just a powerful duo that creates treasures like crazy and ramp for days. Not only that, but of course the two Magnas also provide a great bit of support here that definitely the upgraded deck sorely needs. So if you can afford them, I would definitely say get the Magnas first if you want to play with Smaug. Definitely, of course, get those Generous Plunderers going before you get everything else going out of this. Stick to, again, a mono red version if you like the upgraded version, and once you can afford it, then go into the rare duels. From there, you probably could mix and match if you want to with other stuff in mono white if you want protection spells, or maybe you want some card draw or life gain, but that kind of also kind of skews the deck a little bit more. So I personally would say keep this as mono red-ish and splash for whatever color you feel would benefit the deck the most. If you want more treasures, you probably could go into black. If you want to do blue, that provides you your counter spells. Green gives you ramp. But I think white, in my opinion, is probably the best combination because it gives you access to better artifact enchantment, stronger wrathing, and also more ways to then push through damage against any opponent out there. So let me know in the comments again what you think of the deck overall, and I'll be more than happy to hear from you about your opinions later on the replay. But otherwise, looks like, Sneaky Toilet, you're not there. So I'm sorry, my man. Time's up. I gotta go. So I know we're cutting it a little bit shorter than normal today, but I have to take care of some other things. But before we go, one final thing. For those of you that stuck around this far, and also I'm kind of trying to delay myself here, if you made it this far into the live stream and the replay, my true fire friends, here's a sneak peek into what we're going to be building for the next deck tech. So we have our own version of Golgari Wolfpack, but this version is built for Pioneer. So we have access to some stuff in Pioneer that the standard version of the deck does not have access to. But we'll cover this with our future deck tech. If it doesn't come out tomorrow morning on Monday, it's definitely going to go live Tuesday morning. So stick around and keep an eye on that, everyone. Otherwise, our other major decks that we're going to be working on, we do have a deck that's focused on Golem, mono black for standard, and it's going to be mono black sacrifice. So I still need to figure out the budget sideboard, so still a bit of a work in progress. I know it says Cloud Swings Big, but this one actually is, I got to rename this deck. So for now, I think I'm just going to call it, let's see, hold on. I'm just going to call it right now Keely's Hammer. So this is a mono white Hammer Time deck. We're going to see if we can bring back Hammer Time back to its full glory for Pioneer in a future video. So that's going to be either a new a live stream coming up, or maybe we'll make a deck tech out of it. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. My only other thing I was building that I haven't actually, well, I'm actually still kind of working on it. I want to do a Flyers deck that's Azorius. I think we might try to do that one for standard, but maybe we might push it for Pioneer. We'll see. We'll see. But that's still, again, way, way down the line. Later this week, one final thing I want to mention is we do have our player battle stream. I will announce the time and the date, hopefully later today, to figure out again what day we can all face off against each other. As a reminder, this is a fun stream as kind of like a celebration of this Fireball's birthday coming up at the end of the week. So if you want to participate, just catch me on the stream. You can challenge me as long as you want. Don't worry, I will put up, of course, the link for my friend list so I can add you on, and you can play against me with whatever you want to do. Let's see, Sneaky Toilet, if you're still there, I'll give him one more shot at a challenge here. So this will be our final shot, my man. If you are there, last chance if you want to face off against me, my man. But I'll give him a minute or so here. Okay. So if he's there, he'll take on the challenge. If he's not there, then we'll be ending the stream, everyone. Okay, so Sneaky Toilet, you're on the clock. So while I wait for him, trying to think right now, what was I also going to mention? Okay, next week, I think once we get to, I think it's mid-September, we're going to be getting our next set already. Yes, we're just flying through the year. Reality Fracture will be coming up soon, so let me know, guys, if you're excited about Reality Fracture. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be, I'm sure, a fun set once we get to hopefully some fun flipping around with colors and everything. Ali Gamer, hello, my fire friend. Good afternoon, and how you doing today? Hopefully having a wonderful day wherever you're at, and thanks again for joining us. But I am sorry to say we'll be ending the stream very soon, but we're still waiting for one fiery friend to join us on a challenge here. We're going to give him a little bit of time, but if he's not there, I have to say, I'm sorry, but I do have to go. But I will be generous to hang out for just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. Okay, clock is ticking, my friend. At most, I'm looking at maybe like another minute or two. But after that, we're going to be ending today. Oh, and of course, I guess while we're waiting it out here, if you did miss any of today's stream, do not worry as always. I remind everyone across everything here. Well, thank you again for those gifted jewels. Appreciate that, my friend. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, if you miss anything from today's stream, do not worry. We'll have, of course, replays for you available across all formats you watch me on, whether you're watching on Instagram, X, Twitch, or YouTube. They'll all be up there. So check those out at any time. If you want to catch me at any given time for realsies, I usually like to do my memeing, of course, on X. I also hang out, of course, in the Discord here and there. So check me out there. We hang out. We just chat once in a while. No pressure. It's just a pretty laid back area if you just want to just chill there. Once again, those links will be located in the details below once we are done with today's stream. But of course, they're also up on my main channels, no matter where you catch me. Okay. Oh, you're so nice with those treats, by the way. Okay, sneaky toilets. Hello. You there, my friend? Hello. So don't wait on sneaky toilet, everyone. Okay, at most, I'm going to give you like 90 more seconds, man. I know you're probably in a game right now, but I'm sorry, I got to go soon. So what? I'm going to give a timer right now. We're going to give him like 60-ish seconds. We'll give him just 60 seconds. I don't know what he wants to challenge me on, but we'll see. Just be real nice here. Don't worry, I'm still here, everybody. Just trying to try to give my friend a little bit more time. But if he's not there, we're going to have to end it. Just a little bit more. Okay, sneaky toilet. Maybe like 45 more seconds. Because also, this fireball also has to do his big boy job. So I got to take care of my actual real IRL work. The stuff that helps pay for this channel. However, if you want to help me out, one more time, everyone, we do have a Patreon. And we do have, of course, a members-only playlist on YouTube, which we have exclusive content there, some highly powerful upgraded decks. Check out again what I'm building and what I'm ranking up with. Check out again there are bonus streams that are going beyond Magic the Gathering. All that stuff, of course, is located in those. And of course, on Patreon, there's sneak peeks into our future deck techs with some raw footage for stuff that doesn't make the main channel. But if you don't want to do that again, we do have that Discord that is available for free for everyone. But no matter how you check me out, whether it's again just even catch me on the replay, even if you're just lurking, I still appreciate your support no matter what, everyone. So thank you one more time. All right. All right. I'm sorry, my friend. Okay, I gotta go. Well, maybe we can catch against Sneaky Toilet another time. So I'm sorry to say, my man. I gotta take off. So with that, everyone, that's it for today's stream, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful week coming up here. If you're anywhere in the U.S. right now, it's going to be extremely hot wherever you're at. So again, please take care of yourselves out there. Try to stay cool, hydrate, and again, we'll get a chance to do this again later this week for our player battle stream. So the birthday stream will be coming later this week, everyone. Announcing that soon. But until then, my only final thing I want to leave you with for today is going to be as follows. Just remember that no matter what you do play in the game of life, always be sure to burn bright. We will see you again later this week, everybody. Later.